You're watching MBC.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knightsmed Miku, Lay-By Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop, opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Looking for certified specialists in motor vehicle inspections and evaluations? Check us at K&M Garage, located in Masad, Grosile. We also specialize in motor vehicle damage assessment reports, bodywork, part replacement, and ordering of motor vehicle parts for all vehicles. For more information, call 452-6596, 716-1333, or 716-0767.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate help prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway. Call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
My name is Martina. I would like to say thank you to the guys from Party Access, especially Jermaine, for a job well done. I called him 2 days before my brother's funeral to do a live video, and I was not disappointed. He was professional and kept in touch with me throughout the live, just making sure I was satisfied with everything. I would definitely use Party Access again, and I highly recommend that anyone looking to do a live video to hire them. Everyone who watched my brother's funeral had good things to say about how much of a good job the videographer did. If you want satisfaction for your money, Party Access is the way to go.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of the program. Can I help you? I'm your host, Richard Frederick. I want to say good night to a couple of people, as we normally do before starting off. I am solo tonight. Albert Frederick is under the weather, not feeling the best. So he has asked me to apologize for his absence, but rest assured, Richard Frederick will deliver on the goodies. And we do have an extremely packed, very, very packed program for you tonight. Let me say good night to Crusher Sensei down in Canaries. Crusher, good night. Good night to your lovely wife. Zol Saudia. Zol KUCJ Seydou. The taxi drivers over at Point Seraphine. Good night to you. Mustin Wada to Euris. Boswe Shirley. Boswe Andrew. Boswe Betty. Good night to you. Good night. James in Corinth. Good night to you. Good night, James. Mulin Samuel. Good night to you. Good night. James, I understood that your daughter had a surgery today for some breast cancer in the United States, and she is doing very well. So, bro, keep her in prayers, and may the good Lord bless and keep her for a very, very long time. The sad reality is those nuances sometimes assail us and can affect our quality of life. But guess what? The Almighty knows best, and He never gives us a cross to carry without giving us the requisite strength to carry that cross. So all the best, James. You and your kids, good night. Extend my best wishes to your daughter. Angie Kedu, good night to you. Big Juice, Fat Boy, good night to you, Fat Boy. Big Juice, the man who works with Mike Chitoli. Mike, look, I'm forgetting your name. Mike, I saw your call this afternoon, but a Thursday. Folks, two things I don't like: people calling me on a Thursday. It's never a day. You will see me exercising some impatience. It's no fault of mine. A Thursday is a day I write. I am out of commission. Two things not to do: don't call me on a Thursday. And if you're calling me for the first time, do not call me on WhatsApp. Souple, pa kouye mwen WhatsApp. I find it a big disrespectful. You're calling somebody for the first time. You don't know who it is. Direct calls are coming in, and you have to be moving between a WhatsApp call and a direct call, and you don't even know who it is. I just find it utterly disrespectful. If you want to call me direct. I will answer, but not on a Thursday, though. Fedora Litang, a special good night to you. I don't mind WhatsApp calls for people I have in my contacts. In my contacts, fine. If the call drops, I can call you back if I see it necessary. But don't call me for the first time and call me WhatsApp. I will not answer you. Okay? Makai wepono makadusa. Althea over in New York, good night to you. Althea, you're from Denver North, right? It was cold in New York today, I understood. You were feeling extremely cold. Ex-Sergeant Andrew Stanislas, good night to you, my brother. Julian Charles, good night. Kisha Edwin, good night to you. I got your message, but like I said on a Thursday, I'm out of commission. I saw your message, rather. Alfia, what do you ask me to ask Shasne? What was he doing in Denver North today? Shasne di yage tutsi tu kama de musay kafe Denver North? Huh? Le yo te apawa, ide ka pasation ko o ka paso chohad. Mejodia ite Denver North. Will. Paula Dupre, good night to you. Good night to you, Pinky Didier. A special good night to you. I want to say good night to Solange in Beausejour. Solange, good night to you. Good night to your father, Cyril. Good night. The Andres, good night to you. Rufus and all the others, good night. Ron Grant over in Matnik. He asked me to say a special good night to him. His name, his in-laws, Maria and Lina Sipolit. Good night to you. Good night to Nadia and Eric Alexander. You all are currently watching. You all are in Matnik. Good night to all of you. Folks, yes, Shasne, ute den enough. We're shown again and again. Flabo is in a hot mess, folks. A hot mess. Mess like you had a issue. Show. They're in a hot mess, and I'm kicking off right away with, hey, today's Alva's birthday. Alva, the President of the Republic of Labrie, a special good night to you and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, my brother. May the good Lord bless and keep you for the good things you are doing for this country of ours. A lot of people don't understand the heavy burden that the Minister of Foreign Affairs carry. You might see me doing something in housing. You might see tourism doing something. You might see education doing something. I sure. You might see roads being built. You might see agriculture getting fertilizer. You will see all sorts of things happening. But all of those things are negotiated by, with, and through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So the burden that Alva carries is an extremely heavy one. And that is why Alva is always, most times, out of the country, negotiating successfully in the interest of this good country. And tonight I will show you what the IMF is saying about this country of ours. How positively we are economically poised. We are on the right trajectory. We have taken off and we just hope for smooth sailing until we reach that destination, which is indefinite stability in this country. This is what we want. You know, and Alva, you are making your contribution, absolutely no doubt. Like I said, we might say we get this from Israel, that from China, this from that one, that from that one. All of it comes from the umbrella of negotiations, spearheaded by no other than the man himself, Alva Baptiste, in whom I can tell you, not only me, but his cabinet is well pleased. So I was saying, folks, Gil Edwards and Team RF, good night, Team RF, good night. Garfield and all the others, good night, Team RF, Shamin, Team Garfield, Gil, Latoya, Popo, everybody, Michelle, every angel, Black Boy, you know, we have the Team RF and it's heavy. So good night to everybody. Folks, Flabo in a hot mess. Hot mess. Peter the Great, they in a hot mess. Anson, you see tonight's show, you need to record it for replay. Flabo in a hot mess. The fellas did a recent poll. And you know, we are 5 minutes into the show and we had 1.1. Tells you. So that's why I'm getting into business one time. Flabo in a hot mess. By Shoek Flabo. Bibiana, by Shoek Flabo. Makaban, Ishoy. Isho. Miss Mina Bexo. By Shoek. Forward la, Ubo. Isho Mwedo. Yokalaje, Bligidi. Tale Ukaitan. They recently had a consultant who said to them that the most seats they can win is 3. 3. The most. Say Prius again. Now, I really and truly don't know which 3, but the consultants told them they can win 0, 1, 2, or 3. 3. But guess what the consultant also told them? The consultant told them that Guy Joseph and Alan Chasney combined are a liability on the United Workers' Party. They are a liability on the United Workers' Party, and United Workers' Party will go nowhere with them. But I do believe that one is a lie. I believe Chasney is very good for the United Workers' Party. I believe so. I believe Chasney is the best leader Flabo can have. I believe so. So Flabo, please leave Chasney there. He's the best. Teacher Fifi, he's the best Mcdow. He's the best leader for Flabo. Leave him there. Chasney, if they try and move you, come and call me. Hold your ground, my boy. Hold your ground. Parle pièce côté. Wetela, Papa Chas. Wetela. Stay with them. You are the best. If they interfere with you, do what you did in relation to public servants. Declare war on them. Declare war and give them notice. Miss Madri, moi do chaste ki primaire Miss Madri. Miss Madri ou pas inviter chaste opening by la Miss Madri. Although moi même pas de sa venir Miss Madri. Eh ben Miss Madri ou mauvais oui. Mais moi anyway. Na even ou some disi body for sure. Ache pour belle poisson ba, au poisson nas, na even manger au kakaba oui. C'est ça moi aime, c'est garder poisson ça là. Okay? Yeah, so Shasne, they try and move you from the leadership. Declare war on them, like you did to public servants, and give them notice. The consultants told you all that the most you all can win is free. Personally, now that's my view here, I see 17-0 in favor of the St. Lucia Labour Party. That is my view. I see 17-0 on behalf of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Now, talking about seats, folks, Pastor St. Rose, you know, I kind of felt sorry for you. I felt sorry for you, I must tell you. Because you are left with no choice now than to declare that you are running independent. You are running independent because I don't think you understand the dictatorial camp within which you wanted to migrate. I don't think you understand that. I don't think you understand that the United Workers' Party is being led by a man who said, all of you must totally submit to me. And I don't know you personally, but based on your demeanor, your decorum, and I could reasonably assess your level of intelligence, I don't think you are one who would readily submit to something you don't believe in. And that is not what Shasne wants. Shasne wants people who, when he do that, whoosh, you have to run. And that is why he sticks with Kokoloram. But folks, take a listen to what Pastor St. Rose had to say, one who was a UWP hopeful for the ancillary candidacy seat.
United Workers' Party loyalist Mr. Elwin St. Rose broke his silence about the disrespectful treatment and embarrassment he suffered at the direction of Alan Chasney. Mr. St. Rose, a vocal critic of the St. Lucia Labour Party, always dreamed about contesting a general election on a UWP ticket, but Alan Chasney, St. Rose says, unwittingly dashed his dreams of officially joining the UWP. He accuses the UWP political leader of misleading him about the nomination process, which he says cost him a $500 non-refundable application fee. St. Rose is speaking out.
Throughout 2023, I was engaging the party. They were telling me what to do to be eligible to be a candidate, to apply to be a candidate. Some of the things I had to do, I had to get my police record. I had to get recommendations from people in the community. I had my membership was supposed to be up to date, and I had to pay a $500 application fee to candidacy, which I did. I didn't want to run as an independent. I wanted to run under the umbrella of a major political party. But what I found is that the leadership of the party lied to me over and over and over again. They deceived me over and over and over again. I'm never going to intentionally lie on a human being. I don't need to do that. I have no desperation in my life. But I'm also not lying for you. I will speak the truth and let the chips fall where they may. If you tell me you're going to do something, I believe you until you show you are not worthy of belief. And what they showed is that they're not worthy of belief, because I believe them. The party told me there is a process. And before the process started, he told me Mr. Fide is the candidate. I was angry, I was upset, I was disappointed. I think the leadership of the United Workers' Party disrespected me in the very absolute worst way.
Furious with St. Rose for revealing Alan Chasney's disrespect, a rabid pack of UWP supporters launched a merciless verbal assault against him.
Your campaign manager should have dealt with that process better than that.
If you believe that you could have run for UWP, and now you're going for independent. You're not a true UWP, because independent is definitely going to split the votes.
I'm just trying to figure out. He sounds double-minded. He seems unstable in his speech and talk. That's my take on it.
For some reason, you described so. I am kind of not pleased to see persons of your age group be interested in politics.
They said this guy is so afraid him. He would give certain numbers, and when they believe they call him Mr. Centrals, it's not Mr. Centrals, it's some of the family. I mean, if you want to go into politics, genuinely you give me your number, I will call you.
Mr. Centrals will have to react to that.
Right? Were you aware of that before you started the process?
I mean, I want to be respectful to you, but don't be condescending.
Alan Chasney and his UWP gang did not hesitate to ostracize and vilify one of their own for simply telling his side of the story. What do you think they'll do to you should they win the next general election?
Hey! Send Rose, Chasney will cut your nose. He don't want anyone who doesn't submit. But the cost of $500 you had to meet. Take care, they are so broke. Any money they get, they will grab and walk. Can you lower the volume inside of it for me, please, please, please? Tekla, good night to you. Tekla, my seamstress, my tailor, whatever she is. Well, you call men tailors, you call women seamstresses. But women who sew for men, what you call them? Tailors, seamstress. Good night to you, Tekla. CJ James, good night to you. Mr. Jeremy, good night to you. Martin Philogen, good night. John Marius of Mount Vernon, New York, good night to you. Mandisa, advance birthday greetings to you, my girl. I understood your birthday is tomorrow. Advance birthday greetings. Lufa Alse, Boswe. Trig in Canada, good night to you. Julieta Eugene, good night to you, my girl. Noel, Cornelia, and all the others, good night. Sebastian Charles, ex-sergeant, good night. Pages in New York, good night. Top in New York, good night. Speaking of New York, Lydia Faisal, good night to you. You're over in New York now. Nicholas Faisal, good night to you. Frances, Sophia, Beatrice, and all the others, good night, good night, good night. Black boy, can you come and turn down the volume of my internal speaker, please? So yes, folks. Yes. Pen, DYP, Derek Yard Promotions, and the man Pen, good night to you all. Good night. You know, it's still too loud, Black boy. Okay, it's better now. It's better. You know, folks, Pastor Said Rose got a taste of what UWPs have to offer. And what is really déclassé, I have to admit, is the fact that they started an onslaught on him right there on television like they did last night. We come into that because that is the modus operandi of the United Workers' Party. Zot paka tan si, zot paka fe sa, chasnevle, sot bokotwea, zot paka tan sa. Huh? And that is why anything Chasney touches, he destroys. That is a fact. Everywhere Chasney has worked, he has a reputation for causing destruction. And I'm telling you this, Chasney will run Flabo to the ground until there is no more Flabo. They'll have to change the name of Flabo for Flabo to resurrect. They'll have to call it something else. I could bet my bottom dollar. They have to do something else, call it by another name for it to resurrect. Look at this. MacArthur, Monday, no, good night, my boy. Talking about that. Shine Barrow, the convicted felon that Chasney brought down here, who was then leader of UDP in Belize, leader of the opposition. He was leader of the opposition. Chasney brought him here as his guest speaker. Last week were the elections. Last week, either Tuesday or Wednesday in Belize. Not only did he lose the elections, he lost his seat. A seat that the UDP had from the 1970s. From leader of the opposition to leader with no position. Those are the things, that is the kind of camaraderie that Chasney keeps, a camaraderie of destruction. Play that clip for me, please, of Shine Barrow in Belize.
Good night, guys. Good night, Mr. Barrow. Talk to us about the counting and what has taken place. The people have spoken. Congratulations to Libo Chan. He is now the new area representative for Mesopotamia and Commissioner.
How do you think it's for you had exude so much confidence?
That's how it works. When the ballots are counted, then you know how the people feel. And I said that all along, that, you know, we would see what it would be at the end. I was confident. That was the interactions that I was having with the people. We made a decision to go in another direction, and I respect that.
This is a direct result of the UDP.
Well, I certainly will resign effective once we had a national convention to elect a new leader. Obviously, you can't be leader of the United Democratic Party if you're not a member of the House, and I would not want to be appointed as a senator or anything to hold on to the leadership. I think the people have spoken here in Mesopotamia, and that is the start of everything. And so I would want to move up to hold on to leadership unless colleagues felt otherwise. So maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but as I speak to you, I will tender my resignation effective once we have a national convention to elect a new leader.
Now, you all hear that? The man say he lose the election. He don't want anybody to. Nikki Cauldron, good night to you. Approx, good night. Pasho Show, good night, good night, good night. Nikki Cauldron just walk into the house, folks. He's in the house. He's in the house. You know, don't you see a similarity here, Teresa Bissett over in the US? Don't you see that Sabi Gustav? Good night to you. Miss Pam, upa we misie mem gojaste, Miss Pam, upa we za? Zanik in Millet, you don't see me just like, you don't see similarities there. The difference is, misie di pero election, he can give up. Bechaste, wow, he can give up, yes, he can give up. He can give up. You know, so Shine say he will resign. But Shaste, please, if they try and push you out, call me, I'm helping you. Stay there. You are the best thing Flabo can ever have. For now, you're the best. You're the Papa Shas. You're Uncle Shas. You're good. Stay there. You're the best thing. But you know, it's not my fault that HTS, DBS, and Choice took to the streets and conducted their polls and published or publicized, as I heard a Flabo say, you know, them Flabos speaking so badly, some of them, eh? Ethan the Flood, good night to you, good night, good night, good night. Joshua, my nephew, good night to you. So, it is not my fault that HTS, DBS, and Choice took to the streets and published. But I was saying, I heard a Flabo say Buksaka publicized stood by. Why? So, you know, they did the polls and they conducted the polls and published the findings. I want you to play the first 25 seconds for me, please, of the HTS poll that asked, they did a survey and asked, are you satisfied with Flabo's slate of candidates? Play that poll for me.
In our last poll, we looked at the United Workers' Party that recently unveiled 5 new candidates at their national convention meeting. So we ask, are you satisfied with the UWP's slate of endorsed candidates? We tallied the count in our online platform, and this is what the numbers look like. 76% voted no, 12% voted yes, and 12% did not know.
Now, I don't want to play we took to the streets. 76% voted no, and 12% voted yes. Let us forget about those who voted no. About those who voted they don't know. But you're telling me a substantive party in an upcoming general election, a party that proposes to form the next government, a party which is supposed to be a competitor of equal standing with the current government. You are telling me you cannot garner not even 30% of votes, only 12%? Laissez-le lissier à tout le monde qui répond 12% seulement, 12% seulement qui dit Chastain est un bosselet. 88% dit souhaite yo pas savent, eh ben non. 88% dit souhaite yo pas savent, eh ben non. 76% dit no way. 76. You are on the horizon of an election. You all bra every day, but I'll show you all why you all bra because the name of your manifesto is Richard Frederick. We'll show it to you all in a while. You all bra every day. You all are so void of policies that persons would militate to, that only 12% of the entire respondents will say you'll have a good sleep. Only 12%. What does that say to you? And Chastain has a way of, when he formulates his personal opinion, he'll tell you St. Lucians don't want this. As though he's St. Lucian. He's all the St. Lucians put together. You know, so hot. St. Lucians. The St. Lucians are speaking out. They are letting you know what they think. It's been reflected in the numbers. Only 12% of people who responded are telling you you have a good slate. 88% don't think so. 88% don't think so. You believe you are a viable alternative? Ah, no, monsieur. Ah, no. So, 76% tell you that slate is no slate. That's more like a piece of Bristol board. Seriously, that's a piece of Bristol board. It's no good. No good. And 12% say, okay, it's good. DBS took to the streets. Let's hear from DBS, please.
Hey everyone, welcome to Street Vibes. I'm your presenter Manasseh Stanislas. The opposition leader Alan Chastain has stated that his party is more than ready to serve this country in the next election. So the question is, do you think that your opposition UWP is ready to transform the country once they are elected? Let's take you to the streets for some answers.
It's very questionable when you hear people like Chastain saying that he thinks that he could bring about the necessary changes that is required in the country. I want to know, one question I want to ask him is that the changes that he's talking about, did he take a consensus with the nation to find out first what changes they need? Because if the changes that he's talking about is just coming from himself, I have my doubts. Thank you very much.
Well, election is based on election promises, but I think to come back from 2 seats to have a majority is a bit difficult. They might be able to get a 1 seat, there might be a 1 seat majority, and that this still will be difficult. I wish them all the best. I wish all the politicians all the best. But I think the Prime Minister is doing a good job, and I don't think that they're going to lose this election.
I don't think that they have a fighting chance of winning the next election because the present administration has been working assiduously in all areas of our social transformation, in all areas of education, as well as the infrastructure. If you look around, you can see the roads are slowly coming, and I think that the people are satisfied. Sunday past was a show that people are satisfied and they are ready to work with the government for another 5 years. What I think they should do is to clean up house and try to get some more solid candidates. Other than that, they don't stand a chance, especially with their attitude of the negative publicity and the defamation of character, the name calling. That's not going to get them anywhere. People are smarter than that now.
They have to fight to win, but I don't think that fight will be in vain. I'll be honest, as a young citizen, I voted only twice. That's not nice to say, but and the party I voted is the party I'm still in. And presently the party that's in power, I'll be honest, they're doing a fantastic job. Hats off for the Prime Minister, because you can actually see that's coming from my heart. He's a people's person, and he's there for the poor. Who feels it knows it. And somebody who have never been in that kind of family setting will not know that. They'll just talk it.
Oui, mais quoi, il y a chassé because depuis où ça levé pour l'autre jour, il y a toujours une chasse pour faire un bail qui plie, mais pour payer. So, il y a dernier chasse, hein. C'est pas Lyon, il y a dernier team de chasse. Il y a des travail pour lui. Il est obligé pour ça, il devine pas. Depuis il y a taille by nous taille by you.
And there you have it. Citizens have shared their view on this matter. With that, we'll take you right back to our studio.
So you heard. Those are the average St. Lucian people. The average St. Lucian people. Now, Choice took to the streets. Choice. Let's play Choice for Shasti.
Both major political parties are ramping up their activities, events, and rhetoric. The United Workers' Party continues to call for the government to step down, essentially urging an early election, while the ruling St. Lucia Labour Party remains focused on completing the long-delayed St. Jude Hospital, a promise 3 previous administrations failed to fulfill. With political tensions rising and both sides preparing for an electoral showdown, the Choice News team took to the streets to ask the big question: who do you think has the advantage to win the next general election? Is what the people had to say. That's a good little gauge there. It gives them.
I would say Labour, because Shastain had a very bad 5 years. So, Labour all the way.
I feel they have the advantage, man. They ready.
Why?
Well, I mean, they consider the people more. That's just in my opinion, eh? Yeah, man, the yellow, maybe they have a little consideration, but they're too harsh about it.
Honestly, I'm sure a lot of people will expect me to say UWP, of course, because I am on the side of the United Workers' Party. However, with how things go, we never really know. Honest question, we don't really know what is going to happen. We never know what's going to go on. We don't know what's going to triumph. I mean, we as St. Lucians saw the US election. Many of us was hoping it would be Kamala Harris, and we saw in favor of Donald Trump clean and sweeply. Even more votes than he had before when he went against Hillary Clinton. So we truly never know what the outcome will be. We can only practice our democratic rights. We must vote. And of course, I am a supporter of the United Workers' Party. I want us to win. But anything is possible.
The Labour Party definitely have the advantage, because to come from 2 seats to get a majority is very hard, and therefore they might get maybe 1 or 2 seats, but to get a majority, they will not get a majority. As I said before, to come from 2 seats and to get to win the election, I think the Labour Party will win the next election.
I have an advantage, but Club will have a good chance, you know. If Club pick the right candidates in different areas, they have a good chance of winning the next election. But even to do that, he has a chance against Labour.
The SLP has the advantage. In spite of what people say, in spite of whether they St. Lucians, St. Lucians don't be stupid like about 10 or 15 years back. You're looking for the future, and it's the future. Because my reason for that, the party that was there before, they have done so many things, and the same thing they do,
they come in and criticize what the government do, and they have records that are showing that way. The records are not, it can't even rest on a player, further less. So I believe that in spite of what happened, that is my take. The SLP have the advantage, and that is if they would have a leaking worse than the last one.
I give SLP the edge, but I don't think they have had the minimum wage, the laptop business, they're trying to open Central soon, give back people some time ago. A number of things they have done, a number of things. So SLP at the edge.
Usually the government most times always has the advantage. Why? Because our constitution determines that the government is the one who calls elections. So you may find that the government may usually have its plan in place to determine, hey, when will we call elections? And because of that, generally government always has the advantage. It doesn't mean it will turn out in their favor, but they do have the advantage in terms of when election is called and the preparation for elections.
I think that the government has been doing good work, and very, very good work. So I can very easily give them the edge.
Parti qui est au pouvoir là, which is the Labour Party. Your party must have Tesla right now because of ça va faire by moun a pays avec manière qu'a traité moun a pays. Moi feel bien moun catcher les biens qui garder by pied. A pas ni manière flop ça passer. Because parti ça quand on dit tout le monde, moi quoi, jeune pas de beau jeune monde. C'est parti jeune. Les jeune monde bien catcher les garder manière by garder. Prime Minister ni pour vieux faire college. And there's doubt about it.
The news continues.
You know, folks, let's be real. Let's be real. Let me do a couple. Albert Frederick, I do not shout out to you again. Hey, Val, I didn't shout you out. Ray, good night to you. Good night, Ray. Ray Noel, good night to you. Kim Cauldron, good night. Ra, X449, good night. Berlin Samuel, again, good night. Karen Crafton. Karen says she's in the US and the student register is so large she's behind the class, she's forgotten. But we all right, Karen, we all right. Lucian Trini, good night to you. Romanus, good night to you. Sasha, good night. Pinky, good night, good night, good night. Rossi Cow, good night. Miguel Frederick, Secure. Steve Melius, good night. Folks, let's be real. Let's be real. Our three leading television stations took to the streets, and all of them, in fact, the results are like 95% against Flabo. You're telling me those people don't see something is wrong somewhere? You don't realize something is wrong somewhere? Your slate of candidates, 12% is all you could muster. In the interviews, 95% against you. Not even your Senator Barrow, not even him can exude confidence. He cannot exude confidence because he's feeling the ground, he knows the ground, and he knows the people are generally satisfied, as we will see in this show. Because even the IMF is praising this country at this time. The IMF has everything good to say about St. Lucia right now. And by the way, journalists, some of you journalists, my good journalists, I want you all to do some investigative journalism a little more. Because not everything the Flabo hacks say, you all take it and run with it. I hear you all talking about Barrow is the youngest senator and blah, blah, blah. Barrow is 27 years old. Tessa Mangal is on record in this country as being the youngest senator that was ever sworn to our parliament. She was 22 when Kenny made her senator in 1997. She is the youngest senator ever, whilst Menisa Rambali, at the age of 21, is on record as the youngest elected candidate. Youngest ever. So we need to get our facts. Now, Flabo, you all have from three leading, including your DBS, including They all HTS, include all of them are telling you all something is fundamentally wrong. Let's take a listen to Dr. Andre Matthew, who was with your voice, Timothy Polier, on DBS. Let's take a listen to what Andre Matthew had to say.
I think it's a long shot to think that you're coming back from that in the following election. The people haven't said. I mean, listen, before having won that election, we are clear. You had Stevenson King challenge, Claudius Prevost challenge, Sarah Flood challenge him. You know, they had their doubts about his leadership. The people said, give him a chance. The people gave him a chance, and then they voted him out 15-2. And so I'm not sure that you can now go back to the people and say, give him another chance. Give him another chance. How? Why? What's the argument that Flobo comes with for giving him another chance? So that's one leader. We move to another leader, Tim. Another leader who, as I've already said, his people say are not serious. And one of the issues that the people are taking to heart is the fact that our crime situation is only worsening. Tim, we have seen murders like we...
Now, you know, folks, hear this well. And you're right, Dr. Matthew. Sarah Flood challenged him. Stevenson King challenged him. Or they were in a contest. Claudius Prevost. And the people said, give him a chance. Give him a chance. And in giving him the chance, he won the elections 11-6. 11-6. He boasted, and I have the clip saying that that's the biggest majority. I have the clip. Biggest majority ever in St. Lucia. Anyhow, from 11-6, you lose 9 of those seats. 9 in 1 term. 9 after 5 years. And as Dr. Matthew said, give you another chance for what? To do what? Qui ça nous ka ba on l'autre chance vinn faire pour vinn choisir cette liste? Si cette liste est aux animaux, ya mort, ya ba chasse. Donc tout est comme heavy. You know? So, we now go down to Tikaro. Tikaro. Tikaro, I think something is fundamentally wrong with you. And I say so not because I do believe you have any kind of mental problem, you know. But something is fundamentally wrong with you and your analysis of the United Workers' Party. You mean you didn't see what happened to Pastor St. Rose? One? I cannot believe this. You know, folks, 2 nights ago, I'm watching news. Now, I don't know whether it was Tikaro that called DBS or whether DBS called Tikaro. But one called the other, and they ended up having an interview in Castries South, the constituency of Unesile. So, Tikaro is there in full show. And in the interview, he told DBS, I'm the candidate, you know. But what was striking was that Tikaro did not criticize the government on any policy. He spoke of, at most, improper garbage disposal. And that's garbage. Garbage he spoke about. And that's what UWP utters now. Garbage alone. That is why the numbers cannot go in their direction. No policy direction. No plans for the people. Is garbage alone they utter. So, Tikaro started speaking about garbage disposal. Not constituency matters, not government policy, not the economy. Garbage disposal. So, somebody probably told Tikaro, boy, that interview with DBS was good. You were on the news, you were real good. Tikaro, mainly they take Tikaro, Kuma saving go. The following night, Tikaro moved from being a news item on DBS and going on a stage where he solicits public views. So he moved from being Tikaro, being a news item, to Gokaro, soliciting views. And so the man appears on Newsmaker Live. I've waited. Because by the time they finish with Tikaro on Newsmaker Live, I believe Tikaro was Newsmaker dead. Because, I mean, although there are not many in the Flabo slate who are already not politically dead, and they are politically dead even before they run, Tikaro seemed to be politically dead before he's announced. Because he'll not be announced. The man is there with Timothy Polio, saying he is the candidate, and a caller in an extremely degrading, disrespectful, condescending manner identifies himself as the chairman of Castries South, the chairman of the UWP branch of Castries South, and will ask Tikaro, did you get the email? But yeah, they better have a way of firing you from the political arena. Email. Email. Did you get the email? Tikaro asks, which email? You are not the candidate. Then Tikaro will say, I'll check my email when I leave here. Obviously, he left the studio deflated and embarrassed. The disposition with which he left the studio would have left him basically craving for a deep hole of no return. But folks, I will tell you this. It is my firm view, that that call to Tikaro was initiated, suggested, or even organized by either Chasney or one of his surrogates. That is my view. Because they are the ones that hatched the plan to embarrass Tikaro on national TV. And it goes way than what meets the eye on TV. It does. Before I tell you why, let's listen to the clip where Tikaro faced that kind of embarrassment.
I have a guest in studio. He is a prospective candidate. He's looking forward to getting the nod to contest the Castries South seat in the upcoming general election on behalf of the United Workers' Party. And he is Dennis Tikaro Leo.
I'm a delegate for Castries South branch. And Mr. Karo actually knows that at National Council he was not selected to be the candidate.
I'm listening. So you're saying that basically a decision has been taken?
A decision has been taken. And I believe Mr. Karo has received a letter in email to let him know that a decision was taken. He is not the candidate. And we are willing for him to work with the constituency branch also.
Okay. When was that decision taken? And on what basis?
That decision was taken at the last Island National Council, I think in February, the party had.
Okay, and you're saying that it has been communicated to him?
It has been communicated to him.
Okay, right.
We support his endeavors. We love whatever he's doing, but we would also like for him to work with the branch and work with the candidate that was chosen for the branch.
You would want to communicate with the caller?
Yes, your name, sir, I can't recognize the voice. Well, I'm telling you, I'm a delegate.
Sorry?
I'm a delegate. I'm also.
I got that. I just want to know your name.
Well, anybody can claim to be a delegate.
Yes. Let me know your name, yeah?
Okay, Mr. Tikaro, this is Mr. Law.
Mr. Who?
Chairperson for Castro South Branch.
Okay.
Okay, that's Mr. Law, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me allow Mr. Leo to react to this. All right. Thank you.
He said he sent me an email. I have not seen the email. I mean, probably the email is in my. So I'll have to. As soon as I leave, I'll go to my email immediately to check it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Just calling to say that I just find it very disrespectful that if it is true that the person who called earlier is a chairperson for the constituency, that he should not call on the show to make that statement. That should have been communicated personally to the gentleman, not on the show. I find that was very disrespectful.
I agree. Thank you. I agree. Thank you.
Whoa. Somebody corrected me and told me that Kenny Anthony probably was the youngest senator. I'll have to check it out. I'm not sure. But let me say good night to Mikey Henry. Good night to Arlette. Fidonia Hyacinth, Kenya Kima, June Filgers. Good night to you, Gerard Polius. Good night to you, Marie and Linus over in New York. Good night to you. Somebody sent me a message. Tikaro, go Caro. There will be no Caro at the end of the election. But you know, folks, I don't understand. I don't understand. That call could not have been made without permission of the hierarchical structure of the United Workers' Party. It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been. But Tikaro, I must tell you, you're a madman. You are a madman because you must acquaint yourself. When I say mad, I use it figuratively. When I say you're a madman, you need to apprise yourself of how Shasta operates. Don't you realize the man behaves like a dictator? Don't you realize that? Don't you know that the man told UWP followers, you must totally submit to me? Don't you know that? Don't you see Shasta was passing and with a gesture of his thumb, without uttering one word, he had given further instructions to immediately cease an interview and find himself upstairs in Parliament? Huh? You didn't see that? You didn't see that? Terminate an interview in front of all the journalists. Did you not hear Prudent, the chairman of the United Workers' Party, say they select candidates that can work with Shasta? Didn't you hear that? Huh? Don't you know Shasta cannot withstand strong personalities like yours and even Pastor St. Rose? He cannot stand them. He needs people who submit to him, and that's what he asked for from day one. That is why his slate is more like a plate that the Labour Party will just eat out of. People who are submissive. And if you are not submissive to him, you cannot form part of his slate. You know, you are not even in yet. And you did something in my mind that's appeared to have been a threat to Shasta. You know, Shasta, I respect you, so I expect you to reciprocate and respect me. Excuse me, Tikaro, Shasta, what is that? God, so careful. You don't speak to the dictator like that, my boy. No way. No way. Shasta, I respect you. Oh, I trust you, sorry. I trust you, and I expect you to... You crazy? And then they ask you about that. You see, you didn't come to Newsmaker Live for that. You know, and pointing at the camera, telling Shasta, and you even said, I'm talking to you. You are a madman. Ko ka pale by Colonial Mcdow. I trust you. I expect you to trust me. You trust Shastney? You know, and you must be going off to trust Shastney, for true. Shastney is the man who lies the most in the world. In the world. So for you to trust Shastney, you must be going off even more. So why is this? You know, your interview carried, in fact, that statement carried a double dose of madness. I'll tell you what's the double dose. Shastney does not appreciate any independent thinker. He does not. And it was your father who penned the song, Where Do We Go From Here? Where do we go from here? So for you to trust Shastney, and for you to tell Shastney you expect him to trust you, So you must let that song apply to yourself. Where do we go from here? Your father penned it. But Caro, I'll tell you another thing. Shastney ni want chair. Shastney ni want chair because même si Shastney yo ka bouille le calypso. Même si yo ka bouille le calypso, he can show his side a calypso. And Shastney will never forget that for the 2022 semi-finals or quarterfinals, you sang about him. Shastney chebe wa chetty boy. We halfway. Let me remind you of the song you sang and why Shastney, with Shastney, you don't stand a chance. Play that clip for me, please.
And what about Alan Shastney? Carona, are we losing weight and his beard so great? Carona, well, I feeling sorry for my Joseph and company. But none of them I see they losing, except Mary have a little lamb. Little lamb.
Mr. Caro actually knows that at National Council he was not selected to be the candidate.
I find that was very disrespectful.
I agree, thank you. I agree, thank you. Carona. And what about Alan Shastney? Carona, are we losing weight and his beard so great? Carona, well, I feeling sorry for my Joseph and company. But none of them I see they losing, except Mary have a little lamb. Little lamb.
Mr. Caro actually knows that at National Council he was not selected to be the candidate.
I find that was very disrespectful.
I agree, thank you. I agree, thank you.
Carona, you want to be the candidate for Castries of Shastney? Say nah. Carona, you never applied it, you pay the $500, you'll get it back. Carona. We bad. And you know, folks, the caller told Caro, you set your foot in the wrong party. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Them fellas always talking rubbish and always putting their foot in their mouth. You are chairman of Flabo branch. The man is trying to run for Flabo. You are telling the man that he's putting his foot in the wrong party. I don't understand. And that is why you all will always be in the kind of disarray that y'all are. Because on passa parler, l'année on depuis ou ve bouche li, kambe pied bouche li glou. I don't understand. Folks, we are going for a break, but will not be long. I promise you, there is a lot more to come. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I want all 1,900 of you on the live to remain right there. 2 to 3 minutes. We'll be right back.
You're watching MBC.
The winning numbers for the evening draw of Thursday, 20th March 2025 were tic-tac-toe 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 18, 20. Big 4 1, 6, 1, 3. Big 4 multi-X 3X. Pick 2 0, 9. Pick 2 multi-X 5X. 1 off 9, 9, 0. Lucky 3 2, 6, 4. Lucky 3 multi-X FP.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knightsmed Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Relay Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prio's Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prio's Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Nice. The best a man can get.
Looking for certified specialists in motor vehicle inspections and evaluations? Check us at K&M Garage, located in Massad, Grosley. We also specialize in motor vehicle damage assessment reports, bodywork, part replacement, and ordering of motor vehicle parts for all vehicles. For more information, call 452-6596, 716-1333, or 716-0767.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate help prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's ginger turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway. Call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
My name is Martina. I would like to say thank you to the guys from Party Access, especially Jermaine, for a job well done. I called him 2 days before my brother's funeral to do a live video, and I was not disappointed. He was professional and kept in touch with me throughout the live, just making sure I was satisfied with everything. I would definitely use Party Access again, and I highly recommend that anyone looking to do a live video to hire them. Everyone who watched my brother's funeral had good things to say about how much of a good job the videographer did. If you want satisfaction for your money, Party Access is the way to go.
Thanks for staying tuned. Let me say good night to a couple of people. Dudu Darling Myro, good night to you. You want me to sing again? What do you want me to sing? Ladies and gentlemen, I have to go. I have to go and throw myself in the sea like I am Tikaro. I realize I will not make it. With the new WP camp, I just cannot fit. Although I've given them all my money, they treat me as I don't have any honey. All right, Dudu Darling Myro, that one was for you. Nigel Sinclair, good night to you. Welly, good night to you. Glenda down in Viewfort, Petra. Lucas Beverly, good night. Good night, Trisha Deriso. Special good night. Good night, Master Wong. Good night to you. Alison Ferry, you never cease to amaze me, my boy. You're always on target. You always chuckle me, man. I read your comments and sometimes I go berserk. I may be laughing loud within the confines of my own space and persons might think that I'm having a mental problem. But no, it is Alison Ferry with some of his comments. Ria Cruz, you do the same to me, my dear. Yes, you do, my girl. Vernon Casamo, good night, good night. Gail Edwards, good night to you. Folks, it is Teresa Alsey. Robbie, good night. It is with deep regret, very, very deep regret, that Benjamin, I need some cameras, but I have to make a death announcement. Very, very deep regret. I have to make a death announcement. But rather than making it, Black Boy, play it for me, please.
It is with profound sadness we announce the death of the candidacy dreams of the Miss Leo, better known as Tikaro. His dreams sadly passed on Wednesday, 19th March 2025. They will be buried in his jumped mail alongside the rejection letter from the UWP. We regret to announce the passing of the political hopes of Edwin Centros, better known as one of my $500. His dreams met the demise when he chose to believe the lies of the UWP, left him on no passing of the candidacy Kosheshram Andrew, better known as the agricultural officer that the Delamo farmers did not see for 3 years. Kosheshram's candidacy died as a result of Marcella's money. Left him on, all the Shabians he promised jobs in his office, including Tasha, Keisha, Malaika, and the other Tasha. The rest of the Shabians are too numerous to mention. With profound sadness, we inform of the passing of the candidacy of Wayne Harrow, better known as Let Us Burn Houses. His candidacy sadly passed away as a result of hotness overload. Left him on Shasney's backside, where Wayne Harrow's lips resided permanently.
Oh, your ma. Did I? Yes, we're back. You know, and that's what they're about. That is what they are about. You know? Do what? Oh, yes. Champagne. Hello. You know who I'm talking to? Add champagne. Please. Who died as a result of praising Philip JPS work in his constituency. Left to moon, the Bagatelle Road that is properly done. Left to moon. Okay? I need that added. You know who I'm talking to. That's correct. You know, and that's what they do, folks. That's what they do. You telling a man he has the foot in the wrong party. He has Mega. Mega, you there laughing, Mega? Mega, stop laughing at the people, all right, Mega? Don't laugh. You must not laugh. Do not laugh. Okay? Do not laugh, Mega. Good. Because Champagne left to own the sidewalk in Bagatelle. What? Yeah, Flabosa. You know? And a man will call Tikaro. You want to pop in, Nicky? Oh, a man will call Tikaro and tell Tikaro, you have your foot in the wrong party. If Flabo, the man wants to go up for Flabo, you are chairman of Flabo. So Flabo is the wrong party. That's why most of you, once y'all open your mouths, y'all are dead. Y'all just put your foot in your mouth. That's all y'all do. Put your foot in the mouth. Malaika, come down. I wouldn't say to add you. Malaika. You know why? Because they came back after you last week. They came back, sissies. What's up, Dudu darling, sissies? Market girl, my Dudu darling. I good sissies. They came back after you. So I will not put you in the death announcement. But Malaika say, you're not sending me in front of Richard. You're not doing that. Huh? This afternoon, they were rushing up Georgeville. And boom, when they tell them, rush, I rush in and put my Richard Frederick shoot on my balcony. You know? So I wouldn't put you in that because they're still after you. And then they go after the Francis brothers. But I dare say, anybody that comes in front of me for the next election, I will devour them politically. I have done what I had to do to secure the support of the people of Castries Central. And I am confident nobody can beat me in Castries Central. Challenge me. challenge me. None of you. Could be Francis, it could be this, it could be Clark, it could be Lack, it could be Compton. None of you. None of you. You all go back behind me like, because you all know this one, every time he opens his mouth. Let me tell you, I'm doing a compilation on me. You see that death announcement there? I'm doing a compilation. And when I'm through with that compilation, you'll understand. All those guys do when they open their mouths is pure when they write foolishness. They open their mouth, they talk foolishness. You know, when you tell me you can't control what you say and anything rushes out of your mouth, there is no rest for the wicked and y'all should not rest. Meaning that y'all are the wicked ones. Before they say, I say, take a listen to that, folks.
There is no rest for the wicked. So we cannot take a day off. We cannot take a day off. There is no rest for the wicked. We cannot take a day off. There is no rest for the wicked.
Rush, rush, rush.
You wicked, wicked.
You know, there is no rest on the weekend. So if y'all don't take a rest, y'all are the wicked ones. Mem exhort. Mem exhort. Zol, utan yo kuba zol. Pa mwen kidi yo kidi. You know, and you guys keep talking crap about righting the wrong. Righting which wrong? Righting which wrong? Who is righting the wrong now? Who is righting the wrong? For over 5 years, opposition members could not get 1 cent of resources that belongs to the state. Not one. You see, when I come here, I don't come and do the magic y'all doing, Barbara, Richard. I give you facts and facts alone. You want to right the wrong. Which wrong are you writing? Which wrong are you writing? For 5 years, more than 5 years, it is a fact that Alan Michael Chastney has been the prime minister that spent the longest time in office in a space of 1 term. That is a fact. And in that term, over 5 years, he never gave a cent of resources to the opposition. But guess what? Philip J. Pierre right that wrong. And today, you all can get resources to deliver to your constituents. Who is righting the wrong? Who is righting the wrong? You all stop the laptop program asking ki grain ki ansa. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Today, the laptop program is reinstated. Who is righting the wrong? Who is righting the wrong? Shasta had a grouse with National Trust, as a result of which this vindictive, dictatorial... Boy, Shasta, you have so many adjectives to describe you. But you are so vindictive and manipulative because you are the grouse in the National Trust. You felt the sanction you would impose is to stop the subvention to National Trust. We came in, we right the wrong. They now get their subvention. You think National Trust members will ever vote for Flavo? You think so? You don't believe in the back of the minds of National Trust they will lose their subvention if you come back? We are righting the wrong, Shastney. We are righting the wrong. We are righting the wrong. You stop the distress fund. Oti l'argent gouvernement ka mette à son côté. Pour si yon malewe ni yon di fe. Ebe si yon malewe o hurricane passe, malewe pan l'argent. Yo be sa la. Pour moun vini, jouer non ti aide. Jouer non ti aide. Chastney stopped it asking people to go get insurance. We right the wrong and reinstated it. We right the wrong. The leadership of Philip Joseph Pierre Pip, he right the wrong. He right the wrong. You know, that is what you do, and you're talking about righting the wrong. You'll stop the STEP program and any program that was designed for the betterment of our Malawians who are in the majority in this country. You'll stopped it. We reinstated it. Who is righting the wrong here, man? Who is righting the wrong? The police. There was a vote for the training. A vote for training. To train the police to make them better equipped for crime fighting. You stopped it. You, Shasne, you stopped it. We reinstated it. Who right the wrong, man? Who right the wrong? Who right the wrong? You know? You're mischievous. The police divisional northern headquarters, notwithstanding it had been approved and was ready for execution because the project was not conceptualized by you, just like you did to the square in Soufre, which was stopped for 3 years. Stopped for 3 years. You restarted it, but had the square not have started, you fired everybody that was there and put in your own people. Grosile was different because it had not started. You refused to start it. Guess what? Grosile Police Northern Divisional Headquarters is almost completed. Who's righting the wrong, Shasni? Who is righting the wrong? Deban Sahut Kozoye. Who is righting the wrong? Who is righting the wrong? The sad thing is, I could go on and on. I could go on and on. You came in, took our taxpayers' money for 3 consecutive years, gave it to Ernst & Young, over 50. Cannot write. The signal is bad. I don't know if somebody's interfering. I know there are thousands and thousands watching on TV, and every time it goes down, it goes down. Yes, folks, just be patient with me here. We lost. Okay, we're back now. Yeah, but we moved from 1.9 to 1.6 as a result of the fluctuation in the reception on the internet. But I was saying, folks, there are certain wrongs we cannot right. So all of those I've listed, those of wrongs we have put right. But we cannot right the wrong of giving Tioaking 1,000 acres of land at $1 an acre. We cannot right that wrong. We cannot right the wrong of literally giving away our mall. Hey, and by the way, Shasneo and I were in court. And among things Shasneo say, he sold the mall for 27 million. They ask him if it's EC or US. I'll come to that, though I can't say too much. Hey! Whoa, Matessa! Compulsive liar. So there are certain wrongs we can't right. We can't right the Tioaking lands. We can't right the mall you literally gave away. We can't right our lands to Cabot. We can't right the 16.5-year lease of property that you say that we own at the Dime Mall. We can't put those right. But those we can, we are putting right, Shasni. You know, we are putting right. Because you see, Flabo, and I make no apology for that. There are certain gogos in Flabo, and if you don't submit to Shasni, you cannot be a member. You know, they speak badly, they write badly, everything they do it badly. And whether it's a 45 or a 38 or 0.22, I don't know the caliber of bullet, but once they speak or they write, expect a bullet. Expect a bullet. So Prudent, Prudent. United Workers' Party is what? Put up that. Let the audience see. Let the audience see that. Let the audience see. Rene Prudent. The United States Workers' Party. Faith. The United States Workers' Party is doing fine. We've got loads of energy to fight the battle, and therefore no amount of distraction will divert our focus from the mission. Our disagreements are minimal. That's okay. Our disagreements are minimal. Put that back. Let me see what you say there. Yes, minimal. Yes. Disagreements minimal. The United States Flabo Party, the United States, what are they again? United States Workers' Party, disagreements are minimal. You can take it down. So we have a United States Workers' Party in St. Lucia. Now, Prudent, stop the show. Stop the show. Stop the blatant lies about disagreements are minimal. Because your disagreements are not minimal. You know, you'll have, in fact, you didn't lie, because you'll have so many disagreements. They are a mini mall. Let's start with the launching of the candidates you all did in Denry South. You remember that? 2 or 3 Sundays ago. Folks, at that convention, the first thing Shastney attempted to do was to postpone the convention, because Alan Michael Shastney never wanted Prudent to have been the chairman of Flabo again. So he attempted to postpone it, but this time the delegates say, because you all remember, Flabo had 11 delegates per constituency up to when Shastney came. Up to when Shastney lost the election, rather. For Shastney to maintain the leadership of Flabo, the delegates were reduced from 11 to 3 per constituency. Zotan, ETA was ime 3. So whereas you had 17 by 11, that's what, 170 and 17, 187 people to make the decisions. Now you have 51. And obviously, he'll ask everybody to choose 3 of his people. So the delegates were reduced from 11 to 3. But when he tried to postpone the convention, in fact, the vote for the chairman, the delegates say, no, enough is enough. We are not having it. We are having a vote on the chairman. Shastney did not get his wish, and so, against his desires, Prudent was re-elected as chairman of Flabo. Shastney wanted Mangal. He wanted Timothy Mangal, who was at court with him on Monday and Tuesday. Again, well, I sued him against me. He wanted Timothy Mangal. The delegates say, you're not having your way again. They voted Prudent. Papa. Shalevin show le Shastney we. Se delegates la, pada ko epiye Timothy Mangal, you still I vote by Prudent. Quiz by Shastney. And the reality is he was very, very upset. Now, I have the clips, I can show them, but just to curtail the show, Prudent was, obviously he knew Shastney didn't want him. He knew Shastney never wanted him. Shastney wanted Timothy Mangal. So when Prudent, now they had to have the chairman before they announce the new candidates, because it's the chairman who's vested with the authority to call the respective candidates, as he did in the Boulevard. Eh? Le Prudent, Muma Selo, me no se mun. And y'all could go to the clips, y'all will see them, of the various 5 people. Prudent decided to rub it in Shastne's head. What did Prudent do? Well, it's not what he do, it's what he said. When Prudent was announcing each candidate, and yo, put the clip together for me. Put the clip together for me. When he was announcing each candidate, Prudent would say, by the power, by the authority vested in me, by the delegates. Why compare that to what he said in the Boulevard? And you'll understand. In the Boulevard, he said, as chairman of the United Workers' Party, but in Denry South, Prudent kept saying, by the power vested in him by the delegates of the United Workers' Party. So, Prudent can rub Sir Ted Shastney. He can rub Sir Ted Shastney. By the power vested in me by the delegates. By the power vested by the delegates. A Boulevard line they got there by default as chairman. Shastney Fashi. Then you call in Shastney to shake Prudent hand. Let me show you what Shastney do, Prudent. Put that clip up for me.
Well, of course, is our chairman, as you know, and so he is supported very much by his mom, who he speaks about every day. Who he speaks about every day. Who he speaks about every day. Thank you, Carol. Yes, I will urge it, yes.
Play it again, please. Play it again.
Carol, of course, is our chairman, as you know, and so he is supported very much by his mom, who he speaks about every day. Who he speaks about every day. Who he speaks about every day. Thank you, Carol. Yes, I will urge it, yes.
You know, folks, this is the chairman of the party he leads. The chairman of the party that Shastney leads. Yet he snubs the man in such a vicious, inconspicuous fashion. But Shastney must understand people are noticing everything. They notice the look on your face. As if, why the hell are you still chairman of my party? My party. It was clear for the world to see. Now that happened. I never ever heard the Flabberhack say anything. Not a word, not a word, not a word. They said absolutely nothing about their leader snubbing the chairman like this. Payomo Powell. Nothing. And I can assure you, they all saw, they all know, they all have realized, but again, they are suffering from Sahotism. Sahotism. And then they'll turn around and criticize my prime minister for refusing to shake Shastney's hand. Sound, they ban sound. Deban Sahut. Shastney wanted to put on a show. That's what he wanted to do in the church. He wanted to put on a show and he wanted to use Peep as a player in his cast. That's what he wanted to do. You know? And that's what he always does, put on shows. I am in court in the man. I am in court with the man. I sue Shastney. You know? I sue him. And although I know my lawyer really maltreated him bad, I can't go into details, judgment is pending. But Shastney is putting on his show. And I don't know if he had Zeze in his hand. He hit me on the left shoulder. He hit me on the left shoulder as though we are best of friends. And another Sahot McBarrage will tell me the man should have hit me harder. You know? As though they are my friends. A man who made several applications to jail me before the last general elections. You know? And then he'll ask me in the witness box if I hate Shasti. I said, no, I don't hate Shasti. I hate what Shasti has done and is doing to the people of this country and to St. Lucia at large. But I don't hate him. You know? And I can't say anything much because, like I said, we are waiting judgment. But Shasti told the court he sold the damn mall for $27 million. They asked him if it's EC or US. He said EC. He had another big fat lie. We all know it's a lie. That's for another show. You know, so the case started on Monday, and the man is deep into his showmanship. Sunday, you are with Flabos. Oh, Richard Frederick has a case against me. And all of you come outside the court. To do what? To do what? Asking people to come and show outside the court. Of what relevance, what impact, what showmanship you want to put on. He said that to them publicly, but guess what? I did not see one, and I'm not exaggerating, not one person came by the courthouse to help Shasti. Not half of one. Far less. But when this man pretends he wants to make peace with anybody, can you hit me on my shoulder in court? If I had something real against you, I could have punched you in your face. But no, I restrained myself. I didn't even hit you back. I didn't even touch you back. And then back would say, you should hit me harder. Hit me harder because I'm a boy. You go and say so many things on a podium about me. You sue me left, right, and center. You attempt to jail me before the elections. You attempt to jail me and you'll hit me as though, is it a friendly gesture? No, Papa. No. I don't believe in hypocrisy. I don't believe in it. I'm no hypocrite. So when you ask Philip J. Pierre to shake your hand, that peace, a sign of peace, is supposed to be between people who want to make peace and coexist peacefully. That's only in your mind. You would have left the church and attacked Philip J. Pierre right there and then. And that is why you all are doing so much destruction to Flabo. You all are not enumerating or announcing any policy measures that will redound to the benefit of St. Lucians. It's just rubbish and rubbish alone. You know? And I don't know if Philip JPS saw you face to face, but from the video I saw, you were following, you know how a little puppy follows, especially a young lady who has the puppy and a chain attached. That's how I saw you following Philip JPS. You were following him from what I saw. You know? Like one of those puppies following a master. I even said it was a case of stalking. You know? I don't know if it happened that you all saw each other face to face, but Philip Joseph Pierre had every right not to shake your hand. He had every right not to shake your hand. A man you refer to as a pig and a dog, the comrades, pigs and dogs. And then you say, that's what the book says. A man who was democratically elected through our democratic process, enshrined in our constitution, our most supreme law, even if you don't believe in it. You would say, flog him. You would say, flog him. And now that little, whatever it is, Fede would now join you. You all come from where you all come from, and you all want to flog indigenous solutions. You all want to flog us in our country, but Bonye met, la vez met west. Bon Dieu met la vierge met toi, c'est pas quitter sa fête. Y'all come from where y'all come from. And y'all want to flog Lucian-born sons of the soil. Sacre disque kozoye. And he's supposed to shake your hand. Notwithstanding, you want to flog him. A man who heard you dismiss an average St. Lucian citizen as a non-entity. A non-entity, because she doesn't belong to your class, he must shake your hand. A man whose daughter who is not in politics, you'll attack venomously. Venomously, you attack the man's daughter, ascribing all kind of misdeeds to her. And he must shake your hand. Sahut. Sahut. If you had any shame, you'd not touch me when you see me. If you had any shame, you'd not touch me when you see me. And I'll tell you publicly now, don't touch me again. Do not, I know you are trying desperately to rile me up. You are trying to have me behave out of character for your own personal political gain. But I am controlling myself. And I knew I was within the limits of the court. I knew that. But do not touch me, do not hit me again, Shasti. Don't do it. I'm not your friend. I am not your friend. I don't want to be your friend. I'm in court with you, I sue you. Aku kavin baku. Uka baku. Ek avoka uka do tidet. Bameku appli for. Ma have sauni hala monsun zeze sauni masav. Mo e yon of myself masav. So sorti ko so sorti exovre code we simply see. So sa pa kay fet. Sa pa kay fet. You are too damn shameless, Shasti. And you know, folks, when you see I express that kind of opinion, I normally get substantiation by the average man on the street when I say Shasta is shameless and that PJP has every right not to shake his hand. Let's listen to what the average St. Lucians had to say about the refusal of the Prime Minister to shake Shasta's hand. Let's play that clip for me, please.
Hey everyone, welcome to Street Vibes. I'm your presenter Manasseh Stanislas, and today's question is, how do you feel or what are your thoughts on the Prime Minister not shaking the opposition leader Alan Chastain's hand during the Jubilee celebration? Let's take you to the streets for some answers.
Maybe the Prime Minister is so sick and tired of all the jibes, all the jabs, all the negative things, all the insensitive things that the opposition leader has said about him as a person. And I mean, you have to understand this, he's only human. So he probably thinks at this point in time, the gesture in and of itself is not sincere on the opposition leader's part. Why shake a guy's hand who is not sincere? So I agree with him to a large extent.
It's no matter of shaking a man's hand and next thing, he not welcoming the handshake. Today I will shake your hand and tomorrow you will come back on the same thing and disrespect the minister. Watch how Guy Joseph out there disrespecting the Prime Minister. How that man is not a 5-star general, that man is not this, that man is a boy. I mean, when you're disrespecting the man, so how would you all want? The man is a human being. Now Chasney said when he was in power that these men ain't no man, he don't want to speak to them. They have no power. They're in opposition. They have no power, he don't want to speak to them. So why now, as he in the opposition, he want to come and check in? He's not genuine.
It's the motive, you know. The motive in the shaking of hands, yeah. The leader of the opposition, he haven't manifested true love and affection for country. So the Prime Minister feel that, the motive of the Prime Minister, of the leader of the opposition is not pure. That is his right to shake or not to shake his hands.
Even though he's opposition or the leader, he's supposed to still mix up together. Because sometimes they will have things I don't know and they'll have things you know. So we have to keep on sharing. We don't have to be segregating, because if you're segregating, that's why the people, because they yellow and they red, they thinking it's like a war. My cousin vexed with me, my brother not talking to me because of that same thing. They have to make the people know, even though that we are oppositions, we still linking, we still hugging. Yeah, we for the people. But when we're in the house, it's a different thing. But when it's not right, man.
I support the Prime Minister in a way for not shaking the opposition leader's hand, because he asked, most of them asked for him to be in the streets to get flogged. So I give him every right. He's a human being. He have emotions. So I give him every right for him not to shake his hand. It's his choice.
If he don't want to shake his hand, that's not a problem. You understand? So there have nothing wrong of people coming and saying a negative thing, why he should bring peace, because I call for. No, it's not him. It's not the PM. It's because of Shasne's attitude and problem. Yeah, man.
Do you think that the Prime Minister should have shaken the opposition leaders?
No, he shouldn't shake his hand.
And there you have it. Citizens have shared their view on the matter. And with that, we'll take you right back to our studio.
You know, folks, that should tell Shasne a lot. What he said here, what? A lot of you are asking me to play the death announcement again. I'll play it again. I'll play it again. Not now, not now. At the end, yes. Because, you know, Mrs. Lesmo, Denry, good night to you. Chef Thaddeus, good night. Kishma Prosper, Denry North. Sean, again and again and again, good night to you. Antonius Remy, good night to you. My brother Florentina Alfred, good night. Tekla, good night. Anya, good night. Marius Modest, good night. Makombi, Lionel, good night. Marius Modest sent me a message saying, boy, Richard, I there waiting to hear which friend of yours that died. So yes, we have two more to add to the list. We have, we said Champagne, and we'll put Estee. We'll put Estee on that list, left to moon. Estee has to join that list. You know, and folks, that tells you a lot. That tells you a lot. So Shasta will and come again. People know you. You don't express genuine love. You don't care about our people. You don't care about us. You don't care about our St. Lucianness. You are the very ones, you are the very one who, from inception of administering the vaccine, there were vaccines that had not been tested. And as Prime Minister, you told those manufacturers that they could use us as guinea pigs. You don't care about us. You don't care about us. Come and test them on St. Lucians. So St. Lucians know you don't love them. You want to use them to exalt to a status you cannot otherwise get. That is all it is. So that you can give your father sir this and sir that, and you can do this and you can do that, you can fly here and fly there, and eat Chinese food in Taiwan as though you had never seen it before. You know, that's what you look for, that's what you yearn. You yearn for power, you yearn for global trotting, you yearn for a lifestyle that you otherwise cannot afford, I dare say. You know? And you want to talk about you care about people. Let's get angry. Let's get angry. You alone will get angry. Again, no meskadi. Tout set li sekadi yo bagay. Me chaste yo meskadi. Oh, si li kawa ba o St. Lucia. According no say St. Lucia. Na il kuma se mi say St. Lucia. You know, so will and come again. Will and come again. Because from the time you won the leadership of that party, Spider say you fire me. It's a même sound la. Before you were elected leader, I've shown it on this show. I took a front page and middle page of the Star Publishing newspaper. Richard is for King. Because I knew Stevenson King and I knew you. And it's chalk and cheese. You cannot identify with me. You cannot tell my story if you've not read my book. You cannot understand the needs of poor people if you don't identify with poor people. Poverty was never within your remits. And so you don't understand what our people need and feel. You don't understand that. You don't understand that. And that is why even the Bible tells you your leader should be chosen from your own clan. And you were bold enough, you were audacious enough to let us know that we were inferior to you, because when you lost the elections, what did you open your mouth and utter? Your class didn't support you. And yet some of those people out there still see you as somebody that should lead this country. Ah, Lord, those 43%ers. Those 43%ers. And I will not rest, Shasti. From the time you won the leadership of the party, I've never spoken to you cordially. Never. And that is 2011 or 2012. I have never spoken to you cordially. So when they say you fire me, you all write me letters, come to meeting, I said no. I said no, I don't want no association with you. None. I stood my ground. And so I was at you like a tick. You won the elections, and for 5 years, I was still at you because I knew you were bad for this country of ours. You were bad news. You were bad news. And I remained on one target. I remained on the target with facts and facts alone. With facts and facts alone. I was the one that put out most of your scandalous and egregious deeds. Most of them. The TOR King agreement, the ink had not dried yet. I was equipped with a copy. I blow it out. The We Pay deal, I blow it out. And people start resigning as though his ants not coming out of a nest, having been provoked. You know? So I had been at you with facts and facts alone. And now you all come at me with propaganda I've been hearing for the last 19 years. Come with facts. Propaganda alone. And I'll tell you what, my contribution to the victory of the Solution Labour Party was not with propaganda, was with facts. But now, all of you, you all have a convention, Richard Frederick Convention. What will you do for me, Shasti? Richard Frederick. What are you all doing with the economy? Richard Frederick. How about the price of goods? Richard Frederick. How do we safeguard ourselves from exogenous shock? Richard Frederick. The grocery one might even say, I feel like hunting my husband with Richard Frederick. You know? Everything, Richard Frederick. What's the name of your manifesto? Richard Frederick. Take a listen to that, folks. Take a listen to that.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick. Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick. Jubilant supporters carried Frederick. Richard Frederick.
I have the files that Richard Frederick spoke about.
Richard Frederick. Richard Frederick is a racist.
Richard Frederick.
We must never allow him to resurrect himself in politics again.
Richard Frederick.
And you ready to take Shasley to court, Richard Frederick?
Richard Frederick.
You fire one, is a firing squad reopening on you.
Are you ready to win? Are you ready to take our country back? Are you ready to take our country back? Our country back.
Richard Frederick, I will come back for you worse than ever before.
I don't need politics to survive, and I don't need the mentorship of Richard Frederick.
We made the mistake last election. We thought the people knew better about Richard Frederick, but they didn't.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick. Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick.
How can you form a government with this?
Richard.
Play that again. Play that again.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick. Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick. Jubilant supporters carried Frederick. Richard Frederick.
I have the files that Richard Frederick spoke about.
Richard Frederick. Richard Frederick is a racist.
Richard Frederick.
We must never allow him to resurrect himself in politics again.
Richard Frederick.
And you ready to take Shasley to court, Richard Frederick?
Richard Frederick.
You fire one, is a firing squad reopening on you.
Are you ready to win? Are you ready to take our country back? Are you ready to take our country back? Our country back.
Richard Frederick, I will come back for you worse than ever before.
I don't need politics to survive, and I don't need the mentorship of Richard Frederick.
We made the mistake last election. We thought the people knew better about Richard Frederick, but they didn't.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick.
Richard Frederick.
How can you form a government with this?
No, but honestly, how can you form a government with this? How can you? And Shasta is such a dunce. We must never permit Richard Frederick to resurrect in politics. Excuse me? I came from hibernation and beat your Central Castrice candidate. I pride myself on being one of the most popular politicians in this country. You must not permit me to resurrect. I'm alive and well politically, Shasta, you fool. That is why you see you are no brain. You must not permit him to resurrect in politics. Chupsta Shasta, Egmagia Okadia. I'm a minister of government, having won a seat, having won 4 times. 4 times. No, don't permit me to. I'm not politically dead, you fool. Gosh, man. Now, you know, they always come and fool us. You hear that one? I don't need politics. You don't need politics and your mother and father in that state? Huh? You know, it's some of you, you know, that caused me to go down that road. Huh? You don't need politics. It's the same thing Shasta had said. It's the same thing some of the Flabo supporters, that was the argument they were advancing for the justification for voting for Shasta. And then he fooled them and took away our properties. Our mall, our land, T.O.R. King, that one over there, Cabot over there. Took our stuff and gave it to family, friends, and relatives. He said the same thing, he don't need politics. But now, he's showing utmost signs of total desperation. See the damage, the same man that say he don't need politics. See the damage he left for Philippe J. Pierre, for Pip to come from nowhere and to clean up his mess. You know? Who are you, an honorary white? Okay. Honorary white woman. You don't need politics. The answer for y'all when y'all say that, just get out. But it won't take much to get you out. Bebe ka SPU. Bebe ka SPU. Naila platform na to. Naila honorary white. I will be there. I will take a bite. I will be there. I will be there. I will be there. Trust me. I will be there. I will be there. I'll tell you all this. Personally, I need politics because I know my constituents need me. I need politics because I know my constituents need me and I'm prepared to reciprocate. I want to die and leave a legacy in this country as a St. Lucian, one of the St. Lucians who impacted positively on the lives of a lot of other St. Lucians, that uplifted them, that elevated them to a different political strata. That is my aim. I remember some time ago, I was in Rodney Bay when a lady was driving and she stopped and she asked me what would I like to eat or drink or whatever. She stopped, took me, and then she told me, I don't remember her, but when I was in office in 2007 when I built the huts, I gave her one. And then the person next to her was going away, so she had 2. And she made a business out of it. And today she's a successful entrepreneur because of the stat that I gave her. That is what I want to be known for. So Pavin di all don't need politics. Zot bwize politics pou pwe bagay peya, pou bay jezo. You know? How can you form a government with this? That's all y'all want to do. That's all y'all want to do. I want to leave a legacy. I don't want to be personally rewarded with such largesse. No. I don't want to have any kind of personal enrichment through politics or out of my family or friends. I was out of politics. I've said so And I can keep saying it. My biggest loan was when I was out of politics during COVID. First National have a case to deal with you all, but not tonight. Not tonight. Okay? Sandra Fontinel, Solomon Emmanuel, Nigel Filgers, all of you, I have a case to deal with you all, but not tonight. My biggest loan in my life was from First National during COVID, whilst I was out of politics, of $5.8 million. I built and sold about 25 properties whilst I was out of politics. So God has given me a break in my life. But what about those? Our resources are going to the Cabots and the TOR Kings and our malls and all the millions going all around. And they cannot lay a hand on a penny for the personal upliftment and that of their family. That is what I'm fighting for. That is what I'm fighting for. To build vending facilities all over, to empower people, to empower them, take away those strays by the road and give them a proper place so they don't have the hassle of moving things up and down every day. Empowerment is what I stand for. So having them who don't need politics, you all need politics to take our things and give you all people. That's all you all do. That's all you all do. But I'll tell you this, whilst you all have no plans for St. Lucia, whilst you all are talking rubbish day in, day out, whilst you all say you all don't need politics, you all are not enunciating any good policies that will redound to the benefit of this country. And as I said in Ansler, I could never forget that piece. Philip J. Pierre is not plucking more money from anywhere. He's not plucking, let me just give you an example, 50 million to Ernst & Young, 32 million to, what's the name? Oh gosh. Pomandu was to 13 million. 24 million Sandals, 50 million Ernst & Young, 32 million the range developers, 13 million Pomandu, 15 million the road for TOR. That is over $100 million. Okay? Philip J. Pierre will take that $100 million and ensure it redounds to the benefit of the average person in this country. And that is why we're enjoying so much economic growth. Because he spreads the money. He budgets better. He manages better. So come and tell us what you all can do for this country to combat that. Play that for them. Play that for them. Let them listen to this. Take a listen.
The Caribbean is not just a paradise for sun seekers. It's a powerhouse of economic growth in 2024. While the world is uncertain, the Caribbean defies the odds, with several nations posting jaw-dropping growth rates and redefining their futures. From Guyana's oil-fueled boom to Grenada's tourism surge, these economies are thriving like never before. But what's driving this incredible momentum? In this video, let's dive into the 10 fastest growing Caribbean economies of 2024, backed by IMF data, to uncover the secrets behind their success. Whether it's renewable energy projects, booming tourism, or groundbreaking investments, these nations are setting the stage for a new era of Caribbean prosperity. Join us as we explore the trends, challenges, and opportunities shaping the region's economic future and discover the top 10 fastest growing Caribbean economies of 2024. So, where did we get the numbers? Data on the fastest growing Caribbean economies in 2024 comes from the International Monetary Fund, IMF. The IMF has provided comprehensive economic analyses of many countries, including GDP growth projections, sectoral performance, and key investment trends. By leveraging this data, we can gain valuable insights into each country's economic growth rate and highlight what is driving this growth and the impact it will have on its future. So, without further ado, let's get started. Starting with Grenada with 3% GDP growth at number 10. Grenada, the Spice Isle. Despite its small size, it has been doing consistently well in recent years. In 2024, Grenada's economy grew by 3%, driven by a booming tourism sector and a surge in citizenship by investment (CBI) revenue, which resulted in a large budget surplus, increased government deposits, and reduced public debt. The government has successfully focused on managing the volatile nature of its tourism and investment revenues, strengthening public financial management, and addressing risks in the non-bank financial sector. While growth for the country has been strong, Grenada still faces some challenges to see this continued trajectory. Capacity constraints in tourism sectors and investments are beginning to slow the country's economic expansion, as evident from its 1.75% decline in economic growth compared to 2023. Still, if the country can expand its tourism sector, prudently manage investment revenues, and reduce its dependence on imported energy and fossil fuels, it is poised to see continued growth in 2025 with a projected growth rate of 3.9%. After Grenada, we have St. Lucia with 3.9% GDP growth at number 9. St. Lucia is another Caribbean country that has seen remarkable growth in recent years. The country experienced robust economic growth in 2024, with its GDP expanding by 3.9% in 2025. This marked the fourth consecutive year of GDP growth since Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre took office in July 2021. Strong performances in the construction and tourism sectors primarily drove the country's economy. Tourism, in particular, showed significant recovery, with stayover arrivals surpassing 2019 levels by October 2024. The government's economic policies, including the MSME Loan Grant Facility, Youth Economy Agency, and Community Tourism Agency, supported local businesses and contributed to this growth. Additionally, St. Lucia attracted over $1.1 billion in foreign direct investment, and multiple government-backed public sector projects will inject over $600 million into the economy through 2026. The future is bright for the country, as the IMF predicts it will see great growth of 2.6% in 2025.
Yes, folks, I wanted the emphasis to be on St. Lucia. Black Boy did a slide boo-boo there. So we're going back to pay the piece about St. Lucia. I want you to listen to what the orator have to say about St. Lucia and St. Lucia alone. Because you will not believe the good news that is coming out of the IMF for St. Lucia. You will not believe. So when you're ready, go back to St. Lucia and play St. Lucia for me.
We have St. Lucia with 3.9% GDP growth at number 9. St. Lucia is another Caribbean country that has seen remarkable growth in recent years. The country experienced robust economic growth in 2024, with its GDP expanding by 3.9% in 2025. This marked the fourth consecutive year of GDP growth since Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre took office in July 2021. Strong performances in the construction and tourism sectors primarily drove the country's economy. Tourism, in particular, showed significant recovery, with stayover arrivals surpassing 2019 levels by October 2024. The government's economic policies, including the MSME Loan Grant Facility, Youth Economy Agency, and Community Tourism Agency, supported local businesses and contributed to this growth. Additionally, St. Lucia attracted over $1.1 billion in foreign direct investment, and multiple government-backed public sector projects will inject over $600 million into the economy through 2026. The future is bright for the country, as the IMF predicts it will see great growth of 2.6% in 2025.
Y'all heard this, folks? Y'all heard this? Frances Robb, you heard that? Clumsy, you heard that? Benoit, Valdo, you all heard that? Tutsi, you heard that? You all heard that? And the data is backed by the IMF. By the way, somebody reminded me we are right in the wrong. He broke down Custody Street, we are rebuilding it. Right in the wrong. So the IMF is saying we are doing well. Folks, 4 years 4 consecutive years of growth. 4. Yonde to a cat, economy can grow. Who show here Guy Joseph, ladies, or economy grow, may he grow tetaba? He grow tetaba. 4 consecutive years of growth. That has never happened. In the last 33 years, Philip Joseph Pierre broke the spell under which St. Lucia was. We are told government policies are working. Government policies are working. And they even mentioned the youth economy and the medium to small businesses program, the village tourism, etc., etc. Those are some of the driving forces behind our economic growth. And obviously, a good management of our resources by Philip Joseph Pierre. Good management of our resources. You all heard yourselves. You all heard the orator say that the country experienced 4 years of growth since Philip J. Pierre took over, and the country is in great hands. I didn't say it, you know. I didn't say it. Carla Jones, not me that say it, huh? The country is in great hands, Marietta Howell. I want to congratulate Philip J. Pierre. It is both policies and management of resources, a combination of which will lead to economic growth. That is why today I can say I am a damn proud Lucian. I am indeed. Hey, Bernice Amede, you saying the same thing? St. Lucia is on the right trajectory. When somebody from the IMF can tell you that St. Lucia is in good hands, it is not us saying it, you know, folks. It is not Richard Frederick blowing the trumpet of the government of which he is part, you know. This is from outsiders looking in. This is from independent assessors of the economic performances of the Caribbean islands. It's not from me. Flabbos, I know that's not what y'all want to hear, but sadly, y'all have to put it in your pipes and smoke it. You'll have no choice. Because that is reality. Our country is moving forward. Our country is on the right trajectory. We are moving forward and not backward. This may not be what you want, but you have no choice. Put it in your pipe and smoke it. We are government. We're not flogging anybody. We're not flogging anybody. We will not declare war on anybody. We will not call anybody backing dogs or beggars or jackasses or pigs and dogs. We will embrace our people. We will give them a better quality of life. We will create entrepreneurs among our youth and our middle-aged people. And again, flabbos, that is not what you may want, but you have to put it in your pipes and smoke it. Tell them that, Divine Ditterville. Tell them that. Tell them at 4 a.m. they should open the door for you to vote. Tell them that. Dudu Darling Myro, trust me, we're on the right trajectory. We're on the right trajectory. And those figures came from nowhere but the IMF. Show them what the IMF said. Black boy. Good. IMF welcomes strong economic performance by St. Lucia. Pa mwen ki ekwi sa. Pa mwen ki ekwi sa. Pa mwen ki ekwi. I didn't write that. I was not instrumental in doing this. This is an article circulated in almost all Caribbean papers. Almost each and every media house. You know? Each and every media house. And somebody's asking, how does he achieve that? He achieves it through prudent spending. Leave that upstate. Prudent spending. How can you tell me you are taking $50 million and give an outside organization money to teach us or to assist us in preparing budget estimates? $50 million. You know, that $50 million can cause at least 1.2, 1.3% economic growth if spent properly. How can you tell me you are taking $24 million and tell Sundance hold it? Philip J.P. is managing the resources well and is instituting and rolling out government policies that impact positively on the economy. And today, we are blessed with having the lowest unemployment rate on record. So when you're talking your crap, that is what you'll have to tell people, not Richard Frederick. And I tell you all, put all of that in your pipes and smoke it. You can put it down now. We'll take 5 calls, not more than 5 calls. Let me go at my home. I've given you all enough good news tonight. And so Maxwell, I've given you all enough good news that you all can tout about, because this government is doing well. The IMF is actually boasting the government. The orator of the assessment of the Caribbean islands was not hired by St. Lucia, hired by the IMF, and put together this very nice documentary. It's long, so I just wanted to extract the piece that relates to St. Lucia. But this government is on the right trajectory. We're not going backward. We are going forward with Philip Joseph Pierre as our Prime Minister. We have a caller on the line. Good night. Can I help you? I can't hear. I'm not hearing you. Hello? Hello? Hello, can I help you? Hello. Good night. You want to turn up the volume of the speakers here? Hello, good night. Can I help you? I will cut the person out then. And folks, yes, I will play the death announcement again at the end of the program. We'll end with the death announcement, okay? So stand by, it shall be played. We are Val. I didn't pick up chicken, Val. Val asked me to drop my chicken if Albert is not there.
Good evening,
Good night.
Richard.
Can I help you?
Good evening.
Good night.
Richard, let me tell you something. Last night, what got me very, off a little bit is I have a lot of respect for this young man, Tikaro. And when he said he aligns himself with that party, because they were the first one that comes. We have to be talking to the youth of our country, not the first person that shows up in front of your house that you just gravitate towards them. And I look at him as an educated man, but I mean, gravitating towards a set of people who
hold on, caller.
misrepresent.
The line has issues. What I think you should do is turn up the volume here and lower it over there. Just hold on, caller. Hold on. Let's see if we could do some adjustments here that would cause us to listen better. A lot of feedback here. Yeah, well, let's. Pinky DJ, good night. Sarah King, good night. Oh, you hear what I'm hearing now? Okay, hold on, folks. Let's see if we can rectify this problem. I rather suspect. Leave the door open so you could hear it. One, two. Yeah, leave the door open. Yeah. Leave it open so you could hear. Folks, we're having a little technical difficulty here. Let's see if our technician can do something. Karen Crafton says that clearly, but I'm not here. Yes, okay. We have a caller. Good night. Can I help you?
Hello?
Yes?
Good night.
Good night. A little more volume.
Am I calling?
Yes, you are. Can I help you?
Hey, c'est Flamboy Rara. C'est Flamboy Rara. Team RF, we love you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. Thank you. All right. Give it a little more volume here for me, but that caller was heard quite clearly. We have another caller? Yes, that one was heard quite clearly. Say Flaboaraji. Say Flaboarara. Why do you want an economy to suffer? Why do you want solution to go down? Why do you want to burn us down? To what? To rule over the ashes? We have another caller. Good night. Can I help you?
Good night, Richard.
Good night.
How are you?
I'm blessed, thank God.
Now, listen to this lady lady from Grizzly. If she doesn't need politics, right, for to survive, why is she going up in the first place?
Well, it's the same thing that Alan fooled the 43%ers with. It's the very same thing, and look at the deep hole we found ourselves in.
Exactly. So if you're saying you don't need politics to survive, then I don't think it is suit for her to be in politics.
Yeah, just get out. I gave her the tools to her, get out.
Exactly.
Shatal, when they come around by you all, tell them, get out.
Now, on the other hand, when all this propaganda is going on and, Shasney is trying to make a big thing because Philip J. did not shake his hands, then, okay, if you keep calling him names and insulting him, and then you want to come and say, okay, you want to do peace, why y'all don't do it man to man in the house?
Exactly.
You're walking out every time. You're saying that you're the minister of the Raso, right?
Yeah, the Raso. The man has changed the name of every constituency in this country, the Raso.
Firstly, he said there is socks. That was the very first time. Then now you're coming and you're saying the Raso, and it's not a mistake because he said it 3 or 4 times, right? So if you say you are minister of Mikud South and you cannot pronounce it, that's if you can spell the word itself.
Yeah, the Raso.
The Raso, Aguije. I thought it was Guiji.
All right.
So have a good night and take care, and I will definitely call you tomorrow, God willing.
All right, no problem.
All right, then take care.
All right. Bye-bye. Let's take 3 other calls before we play the death announcement. We have another caller on the line already. Good night. Can I help you? Hello?
Good night, Richard.
Let's go.
Let me tell you that, Richard, you're hearing me, right? Because I'm not hearing you.
I'm hearing
but that's okay. I'm learning to lip read. You know what I'm saying? But Richard, if you see tomorrow, I have to go to the doctor, which I will. I am sending you the bill. Why? I don't care whether they misdiagnose me or not. But whatever I will be suffering from would have been caused by you. Richard, I swear you was crying. Earlier on, I swear somebody really, really died. And listen, that hurt me. That hit me like a 10-ton of bricks. Because Richard! No, let me tell you, you need to go to Hollywood. Richard, that was bad. And the video was Sarah Kodibuski.
I played it again.
The video knocking. Because that, I agree with you. How you brighter than them, man. And you want to go and join them, man. You sing about demon. And you want to be among demon. For the man to be your leader. Yeah. But Shasney had no problem with not shaking Prudent's hand, but you have a problem with the Prime Minister not seeing his hand.
That's so autism.
Meanwhile, Richard, you see where they touch you, where Shasney touch you, I want you to go and wash it with some warm water and pass some salt on it. Pass some salt on it. Because I know that will happen to you. Richard, our politics have descended to a joke in this country. Have a good night. I'm not hearing you. Have a good night, Richard.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Kong of Rose Hill, good night to you. Good night. We'll take 2 more calls and then we'll play the clip. We have another call on the line. Good night. Can I help you?
Good night, Richard.
Good night.
Richard, let me tell you.
Speak a little louder, please.
Let me tell you. The world have 3 dictators.
Give it some volume for me.
Putin and Trump. Now, I want the people to know, to realize what Trump did to them and what he's doing right now. That's exactly what Chastity is going to do. That's exactly what he's going to do.
The thing is, I don't think Chastity will get the opportunity.
No, but we just have to educate the people to let them know Chastity is going to do the same thing with Trump. You know? Now, the other thing.
I don't think you'll get the opportunity.
You in government, you're supposed to pass the right for anybody that are born in St. Lucia, that they can go up for election in St. Lucia.
I agree with you. That's my position.
That's why we don't want
my personal position.
You know, these are the people that are doing all the nastiness and selling our country for people, giving the people all our money and all this kind of thing. You know? So I want you all to pass a law in parliament, in government, in the house. If you don't vote in St. Lucia, you can't go for politics in St. Lucia.
That's
so
my position.
Vote that and do that. That's my contribution tonight.
Thank you.
Okay.
Folks, I say it without reservation. That is my personal position. Given the influx of CIP citizens that we're having, it's very easy for a Chinese billionaire or Taiwanese billionaire, well, not Taiwanese, we love the Taiwanese, but some billionaire from somewhere come and just buy the elections. And then all of a sudden we are foreigners in our own country. We can't permit that to happen. We just can't permit that to happen. I think that person will be our final caller, and then we'll play the death announcement. Good night, can I help you?
Hello, good night.
Yes?
Calling for Newsmaker Live.
Yes, Newsmaker Live?
Sorry, Richard, sorry.
That's why you call me Tikaro?
Can I help you?
Yes, you are.
What's that?
Yes, you are.
It's off?
No, I'm saying you are on. Can I help you?
Yeah, yes, Richard.
Yes.
Okay, I'm on. I'm waiting.
You know you're on. Go ahead.
Yeah, Richie, let me tell you.
Yes.
Richard, let me tell you. To me, you have made history.
How?
What happened there? But I didn't get him.
I'm hearing you.
Let me hold him. Let me hold on. I'm holding on.
No, I'm hearing you. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Richie.
Yes.
Let me tell you. You know you have made history.
Yes.
You know you have made history.
How?
You know why you have made history?
How?
You're the only politician that have never lost and be in opposition, you know.
What is that?
You're the only politician that have never been in opposition in government.
No, I was in 2011.
Yes, I'm saying, Rishi, you're the only politician that have made history, never been in opposition.
No, I've been in opposition. I was between 2011 and 2016. Okay, I think we're having technical difficulty, Black Boy.
You have never been in opposition, Rishi.
Yeah, well, okay. All right, well, caller. All right, we'll have to just cut him off. Sorry about that. All right, folks, we are very, very sorry. Black Boy said he seemed to be listening to his device, some other device. You want to take the last one? All right, let's try the last one. But we definitely having some technical difficulty here tonight.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Yes. Hello, good night.
Good night, good night. Can I help you?
Yes, what the gentleman was saying, you have never been in opposition.
But I've been in
saying that you have
opposition.
never been in opposition, but you were talking about 2011. You did not go up, not in with a party, nor as a independent. So you have never been in opposition, in truth.
No, I wasn't. I went up in 2011, but the United Workers
2011
Party.
because you did not go up for election.
No, I did not go in 2016.
Yeah, you did not go.
In 2016. Anyway, go ahead, make your contribution.
Yes, what I'm saying is that they have the opposition leader. Yes, the opposition leader. When he was in the house and he giving a foreigner to do the budget, but when they give him the amount, the figures, the numbers for the budget, he coming in the house and he cannot even say it.
Yeah, that's true. He say 1,000 million.
And whereas he don't even know if the foreigner that he was giving to do a budget, if the foreigner was taking more than he was giving him and paying him, he don't even know that.
Yes.
So if we have somebody like that, we'll never have money.
That's correct.
No wonder that when he comes, he says, St. Lucia Brooks. Remember he said that? St. Lucia Brooks, St. Lucia have no money. St. Lucia have no money. Because he know he cannot check. Have a blessed night and keep on trusting God.
All right.
Right.
Thank you.
And help one another.
I know that.
So that we can be elevated by God's grace.
Indeed.
Not to lean upon your own understanding, but in all you always acknowledge the Most High God.
And He shall direct your path.
And He shall direct your step.
I know indeed.
So I say for you, so I say for the Prime Minister, so I say for all.
Thank
Have a
you.
blessed night.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He shall. Lean not on your own understanding. He shall direct your path. There are two people from the UK who are still on, and I know it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and that is Martina and Rosella Monrose. Good night. Morning to you guys. Morning. Let's play the death announcement before we call it a night.
It is with profound sadness we announce the death of the candidacy dreams of the Miss Leo, better known as Tikaro. His dreams sadly passed on Wednesday, 19th March 2025. They will be buried in his jumped mail alongside the rejection letter from the UWP. We regret to announce the passing of the political hopes of Edwin Santos, better known as Where Are My $500? His dreams met a demise when he chose to believe the lies of the UWP, left him on no one. We announce the passing of the candidacy Kosheshram Andrew, better known as the agricultural officer that the Delamo farmers did not see for 3 years. Kosheshram's candidacy died as a result of Marcella's money, left him on all the Shabians he promised jobs in his office, including Tasha, Keisha, Malaika, and the other Tasha. The rest of the Shabians are too numerous to mention. With profound sadness, we inform of the passing of the candidacy of Wayne Harrow, better known as Let Us Burn Houses. His candidacy sadly passed away as a result of hotness overload, left him on Shasney's backside, where Wayne Harrow's lips resided permanently.
Okay, folks, there you have it. Next time you hear this, we will add the female who wanted to go up for grocery, Champagne, and ST. As I always say, folks, I deal with facts and facts alone. I don't come here to spew garbage and throw power. I nupan tapusa. Our time is to educate our people and ensure that they are equipped with facts so that when they confront the accusations or they find themselves in a space or in an environment where there is political rivalry, they are equipped with sufficient facts to elucidate those persons who seemingly fall within the umbrella of the 43%ers. As I've always said, if God has blessed you, no one can curse you. Live clean, because what you sow is what you reap. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. With all your faith, acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. Irvin in Georgeville, good night. Folks, I'm out of here. See you next week, Thursday. Good night.
You're watching MBC.
Looking for a certified specialist in motor vehicle inspections and evaluations? Check us at K&M Garage, located in Masad, Gurusile. We also specialize in motor vehicle damage assessment reports, bodywork, part replacement, and ordering of motor vehicle parts for all vehicles. For more information, call 452-6596, 716-1333 or 716-0767.
Mcdow Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. Mcdowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Help prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper,